Hey there, my name is Adam Winrich, 34-time Guinness World Record holder. I'm out here in Cootamundra, Australia with Paul Manwaring and his two boys. Paul is a 9-time Australian champion whip cracker, and I got to spend a lot of time in his house yesterday, so I can certainly see why he's a champion whip cracker. And I want to make a quick video before it gets too dark out about a trick called Paul's Magic, a trick that Paul created. So he's going to show it to you right now, then we'll explain it. All right, Paul, come on closer to the camera. You can get right about there and give us Paul's magic.
All right.
A little bit closer, I'll tell everybody, we just got back from dinner and it's getting a little bit dark out, so I'm told Paul, no warm-up. No warm-up. So, Paul, come on over here and tell us a little bit about, speak real loud now, just say what your version of what you think Paul's Magic is, and then how you came up with it.
So, come up with Paul's Magic about 20 years ago, and it started with just doing 4 corners in one hand, fast figure 8 in the other. And then for some reason I would miss a crack out that side, and then after a little bit of time we sort of developed a bit of a, what do you call it, like a beat that was very distinctive to that, so we would miss the forward left crack and then time it so it just had a bit of a beat. And yeah, that's sort of how it evolved, really. The beat was the main thing, 4 corners, fast figure 8, but getting that beat was really important.
As nowadays, a lot of the kids in competitions, when they do 4 corners, instead of missing the beat, they'll keep the 4 corners going the whole time, 1, 2, 3, 4 the whole time, and they'll do fast figure 8s, and volleys, and they'll call it Paul's Magic, but the important part of Paul's Magic is that it has that syncopated beat. All right, so Paul, I'll try to do my version of Paul's Magic. Paul, get your kangaroo hide whips.
All right.
Then he's going to come out and do it with a set of whips by Anthony Rennick, who made Paul's whips and he's competed with for a while. Here's my basic idea of Paul's Magic. Start the 4 corners. So the idea is to miss that crack to get the syncopated beat, so it has a pleasing rhythm. Now, coming out here, his whips are a little bit darker, so it'll be a little bit harder to see on this low light. And don't even worry about hitting the camera there, Paul. This iPhone is durable. iPhone can write the check to Adam Winrich.
So the 4 corners in one hand.
Wow. Yeah, that's some good sound in there. Those whips are a little bit longer, just because so they were more visible. I made Paul start out with these white nylon whips that I made. And Paul, while we're out here and you got the whips that you've trained with for a lot, Paul told me that back when he was doing competitions, back when he was a teenager up to he was about 20, gearing up for a competition 3 months beforehand, every day he'd be out in the yard practicing for an hour and a half every day, and his dad was a whip cracker and would study whip cracking. His dad would come out, give him some notes, and he'd go back out there, hour and a half every day to become an Australian champion. So go ahead and finish off the video. Just do a couple other tricks with those whips you feel comfortable with.
All right. We'll start off with double kahuna.
Oh, I'm going to make you do one more, Paul. You can stand slightly closer to the camera. All right, I'm going to have to stand right here. There's a trick with the four corners that's called Daniel's Chaser. And that's you're doing four corners each hand and getting kind of a beat. And then there's another way to stagger them. It's called the staggered four corners, which I've worked on a lot. And then Paul said, oh, I never could quite do the staggered four corners, but I could do this one. And he's doing what we call Daniel's Chaser. He was doing this before Daniel Wick started doing it. So if you don't mind, stand right about there. Get into the four corners and then do your staggered four corners.
Okay, we'll see how we go. Hopefully I don't tangle. Oh, I might have to use your whips actually. Can I use your whips?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Need to get them to work.
Since I've been here, Paul taught me a new expression. Oh, you lost the popper.
I did. That's why I used your whips.
Oh, that's why. Here, we can fix that real quick. So Paul did tell me something. When you're doing a routine that's maybe really difficult and you start missing a bunch of cracks, you say, oh, that one sounds fluffy. It sounds fluffy. And I was like, oh, that's a perfect expression for what's happening. So even though Paul was doing like super hard tricks when he was competing, he would practice them and work with the whips enough and tune the poppers enough so that way in the competition he would get all the cracks. And more importantly, Paul and his family would travel around doing shows and they'd be working out in the open. So even if you were doing difficult tricks, just for the shows, you had to get all of the cracks in your difficult routines. Otherwise, the crowd wouldn't be entertained. There, I solved that problem. Do it one more time with your Anthony Rennick kangaroo whips. If you got the muscle for it.
Well, we'll see how we go.
Yeah, that's pretty loud to me. Well, thanks so much, Paul, for doing this video and having me over to your house. It's been an awesome time. And hope you young whippersnappers out there learn something about Paul's magic and you learn from Paul himself how to do it. My name is Adam Winrich. Thanks for watching.
Jeez.